morning. It looks like it's going to be a scorcher today. Welcome to Dice and Bolts. This is the increasingly irregular series in which I look through the various different role-playing games on my shelf and have a look at the core mechanics or the dice and bolts of how the games work. Today I'm not going to do the whole reveal of the thing because I would definitely wrench the socket out of my shoulder. Well, I'm looking at Spectaculars, which is a superheroes role-playing game. It is a tabletop game, it's a nice big chunky box set. Don't recall the name of the company that made it at the moment. I know that they did Dusk City Outlaws and they have just finished kickstarting Neon City Outlaws using the same or similar mechanics, and it is my second favourite superhero role-playing game. I don't think it's still quite taken the crown away from Sentinel Comics, but the mechanics are nice and simple, and what it uses is percentage dice. Those don't show it very well. Let's get some dice where you can see the numbers. Are those any better? Yeah, there we go. So you'll have a bunch of powers and skills, each of which has a percentage rating. Your best power will be 80%. You may have skills at 90%, and skills go down to like 50. There's no fiddly numbers about it, and effectively it's nice and simple. My character Caliburn wants to swing at somebody with her sword, which is her primary power signature weapon. As an 80% score, I do that. 64, I hit. The nice thing is that is also the amount of damage that you do. So there's no separate damage rolls. And you can use pretty much any power to make attack rolls with. There's no limitations on what these specific powers can do other than the common sense of the narrative of the power, which is kind of the opposite from one of my first superhero games, which was Champions or Hero System, which is obviously everything is as defined. So for example, what did I have yesterday? I had elasticity. So I had Mr. Fantastic. So without having specific definitions, I was using it to dive out of an aeroplane by turning myself into a parachute. I was using it to slide into a fortified castle by slipping through the bars in the window. I could use it to attack people by doing the whole sliding an elongated finger into their nose and then expanding it and then popping their brain. I didn't. I just stuck with the standard ones. There's a lot of cards in the box which define your powers, and when you make your hero you get dealt a load of cards to do them. Every so often, which is great, and then you choose what rating you want to put them on. Every so often you will also roll some of the advantage dice, which are d8s with boon symbols, 50-50, or you may roll challenge dice, which are d10s with hazard symbols, 6 out of 10. Boons, these ones here, will give you little bonuses. So you can spend boons to do a little bit more damage or take out additional minions from minion squads. You can push narratively targets around the battlefield. You can set up, so spend one of these to give the next hero or another hero 2 white dice to roll on their next roll. You can gain some insight into enemies' weaknesses. You could regain some of your resistance or your hit points. Everybody has 100 resistance, nice and simple. Or 2 or more, as part of your action, you can progress one of the complications in the current scene by 1 step, earning a hero point, which is quite useful. And the drawbacks: you can reduce your damage by 10, you could take damage from an unexpected source. If you're up close and personal, you could take 20 points of damage from an unexpected attack. A future attempt of the same attack or ability imposes 2 more challenge dice, or the narrator can introduce new complications. If you're ever in a situation where you get 4 boons, that's where you kind of enter God mode for a little bit, because that is where you will then take narrative control of the scene and the bits around it. So that's fairly simple and straightforward. Percentage dice, roll equal to or less than your skill, stat or power. Sorry, skill or power, you don't have specific stats. And the amount that you roll is the damage that you inflict if you succeed. Take care, roll well, punch Nazis in game. Not advocating real world violence, but. And I'll speak to you soon.